All you have to do is look at the source code and seal the WP admin files. And by the way, there's a plugin out there, and I haven't used it in years, that hides all that, right? It still leaves, or at the time it did, I don't know if it does it now, it still leaves a telltale that it's WordPress.
I
And it's
think it's
the
called
correct.
WPMU Dev Brenda.
I think it's like
I think it's
WP
called
hide.
Brenda.
WP hide, I think. But
Yeah.
ultimately what it does is the way you can tell it's still WordPress is of how the images are stored.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
You still have
the
the
source
WP
code,
admin slash
yeah,
I'm
the
sorry.
source code in general though is going to have so many telltales. Like it's really hard to really hide a WordPress. Like someone's going to know.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of times customers request it. I just tell them like, hey, like, you're moving the door in your house from the front to the side. You still have a door.
All right, so I think it's let's go to the next segment, which is balancing security with the UX. So I think when you're, this is really going to be for I think an e-commerce site or even like a sign-up site or some sort of subscription site where if you have any too many security checks, kind of going through the back end, it could deter a potential buyer. And I think we brought up having Stripe Connect, where it just makes it easy to use Apple Pay, Stripe. Because I have literally I think it's always on Stripe, but I know for the most part, it's Shopify sites where it's like, okay, I buy something, it texts me the code, I
Yeah.
put the code in, and I
Yeah.
check out.
That's a good point. That's actually done through the shop feature, which is Shopify's
Yeah, shop. Yeah, yeah,
Shop Pay, right? I don't know if you noticed, but Stripe now has that same feature. It's called Link, and it's
yeah,
really,
same
really
thing.
slick. What it does is, and it does it just like Shopify. They did an amazing job, I must say, doing this because I thought
Yeah,
Shopify's version was genius. Essentially, what it does, and I'm talking about Link, is the minute you put in your email address on checkout, it automatically recognizes that you have a Link account, and it'll prompt you to say, "Hey, do you want to pay with Link?" And if you say yes, it sends you a text. You put in that 2FA code, and you can check out. I think what you're talking
yeah,
about, in terms of like user experience, and sadly, some merchants do this, and I try to stay away from it, or I advise our customers not to do it, specifically on checkout, and that is putting
yeah,
something in like CAPTCHA. Sometimes you'll see CAPTCHA or reCAPTCHA
yeah.
on checkouts, right? And that's kind of like where that UX component, you're trying to lock down your store too much, and it's preventing people from actually checking out.
So I think, and I read a statistic that I think your abandon rate goes up by like 27% when you add things like that, CAPTCHA or invisible checks that might take a long time. So load time, things that happen in the process.